Last time on TikTok.
Of SA by a Doordash customer while I was doing my job as a Doordash driver. The Doordash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I reported it to Doordash, and Doordash did ban the customer, and then 2 days later, Doordash banned me. Doordash deactivated me. Doordash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. You know, the videos got taken down. Nobody has to know what happened to me. No, I'm going to keep telling my story. I'm the one being punished. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim.
Look who's back on social media again. Not for the right reasons. Never for the right reasons. Anyways, if you haven't been under a rock all this time, Doordash girl has been arrested. And there is a lawyer that has been covering the case pretty closely. So let's get into it.
Breaking news in the Doordash case, Doordash girl has officially been arrested. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I've been following this case pretty closely since it happened. So I got sent some information this morning. I independently verified it, and Miss Olivia Henderson has officially been arrested on 2 felony charges. Now, why was she arrested on felony charges? Because like I said from the beginning, she's the one who committed the crime, not the individual who was in the home. So let's go through what we have and show you the proof. Now, I blocked out her name, but this is the police blotter, or I blocked out her address and her date of birth. But this is the police blotter, all right? And the arrest date is there, and the 2 felony charges are right here. I'm just zooming in myself to take a look. But we got, what do we have? We have unlawful surveillance and dissemination, okay? Right there, all right? So this is just the police blotter. I'm going to show you the actual charges in a second. And this just shows down here that she was issued a field appearance ticket and she has a court date coming up. So this is her. She was given an appearance ticket. She has to come back to court, and I'll show you the court date. On the internet, you could look this up yourself. Incident date is October 12th, which matches to the incident date that she put on our page. And her next court date is going to be December 4th, 2025.
December 4th? Got it.
In Oswego City Court, which is the town in which the incident happened. So all of this is verifiable on the internet. And here are her charges. Like I said, these were the charges that I thought she could be charged with, and this is what we got. So we have unlawful surveillance and dissemination of a surveillance image. Both are felonies, which means that prison time is an option, right? Not that she'll get prison time, but she can do prison time on these. They are non-violent felonies, which means that it would be it would not be a lot of prison time, but she can do prison time on these depending on her criminal history. So like I've been saying from the beginning, the person who committed the crime is going to be the person arrested in this case. And the person who committed this crime is obviously Olivia.
I'm going to jump in. From the very start, when I found out all this information after the fact, I knew that he did nothing wrong. I knew that she was definitely off her rocker and trying to get her viral moment. Just saying, I'm putting it out there. And now, seeing that she had a lot of information and she was following this case so closely, she had a little bit more to say about the case and how everything went down.
So as more and more information comes in about the arrest of Olivia Henderson, aka Doordash Girl, let's show you the original complaint that she has filed, because I just got my hands on it. Thank you to one of my very good followers, Daniel, for this information. I will tag him below. So let's get into it. Hi, my name is Stephanie, criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and Doordash saga keeps getting better. So as we know, Doordash Girl, called the police originally complaining about a unclothed male in his home. So let's show you the results of that call. Here is the information, the call. She said it was a public lewdness allegation, so that's why it says public lewdness over here.
This is just the Oswego PD, tells you the date in which the date was, I have to look down and see, okay, occurred on or received by and disposed of, and it says closed, meaning that they did not find any information to charge the gentleman with. Okay, moving on to the factual summary. So as a class, we're all going to read this together, okay? So we all understand that Austin committed no crimes whatsoever. On the above date, time, and location, I responded to a public lewdness complaint. Upon arrival, I spoke with complainant Olivia Henderson, who stated that she was door dashing last night at 136 Blank Street, and she arrived at the address to deliver Wendy's. So now we know he ordered Wendy's. Wendy's, was it what kind of, what did he order? Was it fries? Let's see, I don't know. To deliver Wendy's pickup, the male who ordered had the front door wide open, and he was sleeping on the couch with no pants on. Sleeping on the pants. Olivia stated that she left the food on the front porch and left. She doesn't even tell them she has a video, by the way. She advised me that she called because she did not want this to happen to another female delivery driver. I then responded to the address. I spoke with Austin, who stated he had gone out last night to the bars. He stated that he woke up and realized that his front door was open and saw the photo Olivia left of the food delivered and his door open with him laying inside. Austin stated that he thought he had shorts on in the photo and did not realize that he was actually naked. Again, did not realize that he was naked, sleeping on the inside. Okay? Austin stated several times that this is not normal for him and that he was sorry that it happened, and I advised him that at this time, there are no charges. However, if it becomes a recurring issue, he could potentially get charged. He stated that he understood and it would never happen again. At this time, there are no applicable charges due to the lack of intent and because Austin was in his home with no view to the public, aside from Olivia being on his private property to make the delivery. Case closed. Case closed.
You think it'd be case closed, right? You would think that it'd be so easy to tell who is the guilty one. I mean, he walked into somebody's house, started taking videos of him and blasted on the net. He was asleep, half naked, in his house. It should be open and shut, right? But of course, TikTok has to, there's got to be some edgelords out there. The anti-intellectuals is what I'm going to start referring to them as, because they always want to think on the opposite end of things and think that's critical thinking. No, you're just fucking stupid.
Has officially been arrested.
Now, I saw this video. I was about to start getting in the shower to get ready for glam for tonight. But I reposted the video, and I'm making this stitch for a few reasons. One, I want to name that a person being charged with something doesn't mean they did something. Okay? I am a abolitionist 300.
That just sounds like you don't want to listen. You don't want to believe the evidence that they actually have. Usually they charge people with actual evidence, so that's kind of why, that's kind of how they come to these conclusions. Well, who am I? I'm just some YouTuber.
165 days of the year. I can have a great disdain, and I don't have a disdain for this, I don't know this lady, but just in general, I did a whole lot of fucking work to divorce my brain from the belief that these systems of justice will actualize justice for me and mine, and that these systems of justice treat bodies and people who look like me with equity. That is ever possible. So that's one. Two, the court of public opinion and TikTok is not the place to be unpacking this shit. Not only unpacking this shit in a general way, unpacking this shit in y'all labeling people what they are and what they are not, who they stand by and who they don't, what will be and what will not be. Because the way the justice system is set up, the way this justice system is set up, the only person in jail that's been charged is her. And the way some of those charges sit, the surveillance for profit, I can imagine if she was to be found guilty, they could possibly put her on the registry. We know this weird-ass man was laying there whole bottom out, but the justice system don't move like that.
Had enough of that stupidness. You see what I'm talking about here. You see what I'm working with here, right? Like, come on. It just it just sounds like she like hearing himself talk, him or her. I, please don't cancel me. I don't know. I don't know, man. But sounded like they liked hearing themselves talk.
Doordash girl got arrested. I literally just woke up from a nap. I opened the app. That's the first thing I see. You guys, oh my God. I didn't comment on this situation when it first happened. Like, I didn't make a video. I just felt like it was really, really messy, and there was no way to comment on this situation without sounding like wrong somehow. Because yes, why did she record him? But then also, why was he unclothed? But then
Because he's in his house. When you're in your house, you have a right to do whatever the hell you want. You're not killing nobody, so he can do whatever he wants. I don't know why people keep asking why he was naked in his house. He's in his house.
why would she post that on the internet? But also, why was his door wide open? But then also, as a woman, I understand why she would immediately think that this was purposeful, because, you know, we're met with a lot of weird shit all the time as women. But then he also might feel uncomfortable, because what if he genuinely just fell asleep? Everything is a mess. But forget all of that. I just feel like this is so unfortunate, because even if you think that she's dead wrong, right? Even if that's what you think, her getting arrested and potentially now having a criminal record because of this situation really bothers me. I don't think that she had any malicious intent.
Somebody in their house while they're naked, uploading it to the net to get a viral moment and call herself a victim of SA, while she was not. Neither of those things. She was the one that crossed the plane into his house. Intended on putting this man in jail and putting him on the registry. No malicious intent there. None at all, right? I swear, some people just talk to talk. What are some people thinking when they say this shit? Just like hearing themselves talk.
And I know that that's debatable, but I genuinely think that she felt like she was in danger. And I 100% understand why. Does it make it right that she recorded and posted it on the internet? No, but I understand what she felt in that moment. So for her to be punished in this way really does bother me. I don't know.
Right, so at the end of all this, what I really think is a lot of us were ready for a possible disappointment, because it would be terrible if this guy got charged for something that people want to do in their own home, because you can be naked in your own house. I don't give a fuck what anybody wants to say. I hate that people are out here saying both are wrong. No, she was wrong. There is no wrong in what he did at all. He was in his own house. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He didn't have his windows open, nothing. He did nothing wrong. So there's no both are wrong. Sometimes it's just one person wrong, her. And that's why she's getting prison time and being charged. So let's start thinking about these things. Let's start thinking that there can be one person wrong. We can't just keep on trying to reach for both to be wrong just to escape accountability. That's basically what it does. And I absolutely hate that. I won't be doing that here. I gotta say, I'm thankful that most of the feedback that we've gotten from this case, and most of the people that are TikToking about this or covering this, are on the side of the dude, because he was the one that was wronged. I'm so happy about this, to be honest. I don't care who doesn't like it. She deserves to go to jail. She deserves all the flaming that she's getting right now. Also, I am very grateful. I want to thank all the people that have decided to hit the sub button. Can you please continue to hit the sub button right now? I am at 62. Can we get me to 100? Can we please? I would be very grateful. Thank you very much.